Hello, my name is James Neal, and I wanted to talk to you about cutting wine bottles with a glass cutter. My wife and I saw a wine bottle chandelier. It was in Laguna, California, and I don't forget the name of the shop, but it was something, what they wanted was like $3,000, and I took a look at it and said, you know, we like to drink wine occasionally, and I think we could make that ourselves. So there's a website called greenpowerscience.com, and a guy named Dan Rojas has a video on using a particular device to score the glass, particularly designed just for cutting bottles in this fashion. Gives you a really good cut. I give all credit to this guy, and I would definitely check out his video when it comes to it. But I did amend the way he does it just a little bit, and I think it makes it a little easier. And I wanted to share that with you today. But I'll kind of go through the technique real quick here, just to give you an idea. So the first thing you see here are some of the ones that I've finished. And these are without any augmentation at all. I haven't sanded them or anything. This is just the way they came out, nice and flat and great. Certainly you could cut them anywhere on the bottle if you chose to, and we just picked some wines that we liked that had some meaning to us, but also we liked some of the labels and stuff. This is a local vineyard with a nice label. This Valley of the Moon's kind of cool. We thought that would look kind of nice in a chandelier. Things along those lines. At any rate, let's get started. I just wanted to real quick show you an example of what can happen when they don't quite break the right way. Use the exact same technique on all of these, and I had 3 of these that I'm just not too satisfied with. This one's pretty close. It's got that one spot. I might still figure out a way to use that one. This one's pretty bad. But glass in and of itself is highly unpredictable when it comes to that, and you're not guaranteed that you're going to get this kind of nice straight cut every time. But I've done 9 and 6 are good, so I'm at 66%. I'd like to be closer into the 90% range, but that'll have to do for now, and I'll show you exactly what I've been doing. So this is the bottle scoring device that I actually ordered from that website. That's greenpowerscience.com. Let me grab their flyer that came with it so you can see the greenpowerscience.com bottle cutter. Talks to you how to put it back together if you take it apart. Some basic instructions. Really, this is how it came assembled. You can adjust this here, and you can adjust the height of it to determine where you cut it. And you basically put your bottle on like this and then score it. And you can see that this one is already scored right there. And I've done that with these 4 bottles. And I would refer you to that video again. I think it's through that website, but also on YouTube. If you enter "How do I cut a wine bottle," his is one of the first ones. It's about a 10-minute video. It's worth watching. The guy's very instructional, very helpful. As you can see, I have a old saucepan that we don't care much for. Boiling water. The water needs to be very hot. Using the technique in the other video that you may have watched already, I found I wasn't really getting a good. I wasn't able to get any of the. I got 1 bottle out of 4 to really break as easily as it seemed to show in the video. So maybe it's a skill I haven't honed as well as I should have, and maybe I'm more impatient. But I actually kind of like this technique, and what I do is I go from my boiling water here across to my sink where I run cold water here, and I had a paper plate that I would use to hold under the bottle in case the glass fell. I didn't want it to hit the floor. None of these, it's either broken here in the sink, but more often than not it'll break here in the pot. So let me show you exactly what I do here, and I'm going to start with a bottle that my wife and I have a lot of affection toward, and it's a 2001 Heights cellar that we had on our 10-year anniversary. So if I screw this one up, I'm doomed. So anyway, what I do is I take this And I want to make sure the water's running at a good trickle and right in the center of the sink here. And you very simply, you might want to put an oven mitt on if your hands are sensitive to heat. You put it in the boiling water like so to evenly heat across that score line. And then you get some good heat on it and go across here. And then you run the cold water on it. Try to keep it centered. I'm trying to concentrate on this. So there's that. You get a little bit more on the other side. And then you come back here to the boiling water. And there it goes. Now it's a little uneven. You can see that one little edge there. I could probably sand that out. What I might do is put in the boiling water a little bit more and back to the cold, and that little thing might actually chip off. But you see how that just went real quick like that? It's almost totally even. It's basically perfect, and it's not one of these ones that goes jagged up, you know, up the wrong way. It goes down a little, and that can be sanded down probably. You know, it might take a little bit of time, but this is a bottle we like, so definitely staying in the collection, obviously. So this bottle's 99. I forget why we still had it sitting around, but we drank it. We got engaged in 99, so it's another year that'd be kind of a neat one to have, you know, in our chandelier. And let's see if I can do this one just as good. We put it right here, just barely submerge it in that boiling water. You can hear the other glass bottom rattling around under there. Again, it's just glass, it's not hurting anything. And then I come back over to the sink. And you get some water going around that. Cool. You know, glass is very sensitive to temperature changes, that's why this works. And you go in. Oh, I heard a crack. Oh, yep, and there you go. Look at that one. That is like almost perfect. And that's exactly the way they're supposed to go. Oh man, look at that. Let's put that right here. That other one that I showed you didn't really chip off, but I think I'm just going to sand it down and it will be fine. So now I've done 8 bottles with 3 of them that aren't so good, so my percentage is rising. So here's the assortment of bottles I've done so far. It looks like I've got 11 that I've done that I'm happy with. Most of them are completely flat on the bottom, like this one. There's 2 of them that I really like in terms of the bottles. A little irregularity, I think, with some sanding, and with it being incorporated into a larger piece, you probably won't even notice that, and it would give it a little character anyway. So, anyway, that's my amendment to the technique I saw there on YouTube.